Oh, hey guys, Green Zero here, just trying to get the stream up and running. This is the grand final of the Panda tournament, and it has actually started. My voice is a little bit better now, so we have Futurama on the left-hand side playing as Scrin versus Shock Trepet, playing as Nod on the right-hand side. Things are already underway, because I jumped in I had to quickly update the scoreboard there. I'm not sure what Futurama was planning there, but he just threw all of his units away. There's a little bit of lag. For some reason, they let Dorito in, so now we have 3 Russians in here, which is pretty rough. I mean, it seems to be running okay. Just wait till the man spam comes out, though. Interestingly enough, he doesn't actually have an engineer. I don't think he lost one, although he had a lot of scouts. Was I not paying attention? He may have had one. He's going to go for a fast bike here real quick, see what's going on. But this is a best of 9. This is the grand final of Panda's tournament. So we'll have to see how this goes. Going to do a quick check here, make sure everything's dandy. Yep, everything looks good. Got the sound. No sound numbers. It's mute. It's the mute stream. Just bear with me. Apparently there's no sound, which is weird because everything looks like it should be good. Got some bikes coming in here now. Not going to get a Seeker tank. He's going to kite around. He's going to try to go back in for that Seeker tank. Oh, he splits his fire to the other Seeker tank, which is a little bit unfortunate. And now, I'm not sure what's happening over there. It's just a buzzer swarm, and letting the 3 of his bikes get picked off for a Seeker tank. Doesn't quite get that other Seeker tank. That's pretty tight. No display either of the game, just an image. Really? There. How can there be no sound? No music though. Wait, what the crap? Everything appears to be good on my end. All good, but no music. Oh, I see. Okay, that should be better. We've missed half of this game. Okay, yeah, there was something slightly wrong with the stream I'd set up for casting purposes. But yeah, if you guys missed everything I said, this is Panda's World Championship tournament between Shock Trepet and Futurama. So Shock Trepet is playing as Nod on the right hand side, Futurama is playing as Scrin on the left hand side. This is a best of 9 series between these guys, so we're going to have to see how this goes. There was a bit of shenanigans at the start, but I do need to alt-tab again just to check. So it has a delay. Well, those problems just started. Okay. Hopefully that sorts itself out. There is a slight delay on the stream, so we're going to have to see how this goes. A couple of Disintegrator squads here. Not really paying too much attention to what's happening in the game. Puts down a laser turret there. Obviously he's worried that he's going to get attacked by something. A couple of Scorpion takes out. I don't think anyone's done any critical damage. It's just been kind of meandering around, taking a few swings at each other. That building is a militant squad in it, so it's going to be able to thin out these Disintegrator squads. It's going to be a little bit annoying. There are some more Disintegrator squads coming from the top. Shock Trepet has his refs thrown quite far. that one Scorpion take. He kind of needs some more Scorpion takes, doesn't he? He doesn't have very many Scorpion takes. Another Shredder type comes down now, but the Disintegrators really won't be able to do too much here. He does have shields on the Seekers that just came up, but there's reinforcing Scorpion tanks, which means he's not really going to get that harvester now. I mean, unless he probably could have got it if he got all the Disintegrators to fire on it, but unfortunately, it's not the case. He split his fire between 2 harvesters there, or 3 almost, so he could have got one. Instead, he got nothing. He is going to push it over. He is going to get a harvester kill. There is a laser turret there. And we have Storm Riders coming out for Futurama. Futurama looks like he's in a pretty good spot right now. Shock is just struggling to defend what's actually happening to him right now. Another harvester will fall. Laser turret is helping out. A lot of the Seeker tanks are gone. GG is called by Shock Trapper because I think he just took too much damage from that. So that was unfortunate from Shock Trapper. So that's going to be game number 1. So Shock Trapper will take Futurama will take a 1-zip lead in the series so far. Nice, quick, and simple victory. Shock just got overrun with that one, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Perfect, there we go. Alright. No, the stream has just started. It's only just started, so... Alright. We're going to be jumping into game number 2 momentarily, just going to let these guys just refresh some of their details here. And then we should be ready to go. Alright, looks like with the stream on, we're going to have a little bit of trouble. Might be a short one. No, I'm not going to be able to do this, not with the stream on. So game replays, because the stream is on, there's no way for me to hide. Normally I'd be just hiding on an account they can't detect. But they're just going to keep banning this, so that's going to be the end of the stream. Unless these guys move. We can't play on Command Post because Futurama can't join. We can't play on Game Ranger because Shock Trapper can't join. So I have to play on Revolve, but the problem is when I stream, it's basically just a big window of here I am, come and ban me. You gotta remember, I've been dodging bans for like 6 years. They're pissed. I probably dodged about 10,000 bans, but again, you can't stream and do it because they're just watching the stream. Normally I can just wipe my IP, set up a fresh account or use one of the GameSpy accounts I've taken and just log and play all you want, but they're still doing it after all these years. Actually, no, we might still be able to cast the series. Just bear with me. I didn't play Senna because Senna never rocked up. Just bear with us. We'll figure something out here. This is why we don't like to. All these years and Bravura still. That doesn't do anything. Alright, so gonna get the stream back up and running momentarily. Don't go anywhere, guys. We've got a series of games coming for you. So we sort of made a real mess of the start, so we'll just get this to go on again. Get rid of that. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is Pandas. We'll just do a quick wipe and just start from the beginning again. So we have Pandas World Championship tournament here between Futurama and Shock Trapper. This is a best of 9. The winner will be the World Championship in Panda's legitimate KWWC. So we have Futurama on the left-hand side playing as Vanilla Scrin and Shock Trapper playing as Vanilla Nod on the right-hand side. We are on Tournament Undergrounds. And just as this game gets underway, I have been tipped off that there are some other quite large events on their way for Kane's Wrath. So if you've been playing a lot of Kane's Wrath, if you want to get back into Kane's Wrath, and this is a good thing for the game because we are getting a lot more people come back. And a lot of people are playing, and these tournaments are pretty wide open these days. I mean, we're having a pretty wide mix of the pros at the top here. There's no one person dominating, I mean, unless Bike Rush plays. But even Bike Rush has lost a few. But yeah, we can see here that these... look at that, Futurama just runs straight through. Unfortunately, not actually really killing anything there from Shock Trap. It does not have a engineer there, so he will not be able to just do too much about that. War Factory comes down. Looks like it's going to be a bike attack here from Shock Trapper. Futurama Russian just going for a standard economic build. Did anyone go for the top spike? Sometimes you can do a sneaky engineer to the top of the map. You can just build one and you can send it completely unescorted up to the top and then to the right, or whatever way you deem necessary. You can take that top spike. And a lot of people they don't go for it, or they don't try to send anything up there because they think it's too far away, it's too risky. It is, it's very risky, but that's the whole point of sending an engineer there. The other player might not realize you're going to do it, and then you just capture it, and then you'll hold it for generally a very long time, and that will definitely pay dividends. Going to take a swing at that harvester there. Comes in 4 bikes, doesn't quite finish that Seeker tank off. You can turn around and take it out. He's going to come back in to finish it off, but he does hit the other Seeker tank, which is fine for Futurama there. He needs to get a kill. He will get a kill. 1 bike has gone down. A second bike will now fall. Not going to pull these back. Actually going to try to take on that last one. Not quite. And the militant squad cannot get the kill on that Seeger tank. Futurama will be pulling that back for repairs. 3 harvesters there. We have just 2 harvesters for Shock Trap, but 3rd harvester coming out. Now MCV did make a move. MCV has moved with the expansion, but Futurama's done the same thing. And he will have 4 harvesters out. I think he's got 1 Seeger tank coming out front of his base here. Shock Trapper doesn't have that much to his name though. He does not have much to his name. 5th harvester now coming out from Futurama Russian. Is he going to put down a ref? It looks like it will be a ref down here now. So again, this is the battle for the Russians here. So if we look at how these guys actually got to this position, Futurama played myself and unfortunately defeated myself there. I can't recall who he played prior. Oh no, he played June Tiger. Yes, and he defeated June Tiger, whereas Shock Trapper came from the other side of the bracket where he apparently he defeated Senna. So yeah, Senna was defeated there, and then Senna didn't actually show. The thing about this, normally Panda's pretty decent at hosting tournaments, but this one was very haphazard. Yeah, it just again proves that you need to create rules and stick to them, because if you don't, this type of thing happens. It's been unfortunate. Blue tip, by the way, for Futurama Russian, going to have a few Seeger tanks coming. There is a refinery there. Shock Trapper doesn't have anything to defend though. Few Seeger tanks running across. They will find that harvester. He'll have to pull the harvester. Barracks will come down. 1 bike will respond. It's not going to be enough. He's going to lose his harvester almost certainly. Oh, stops shooting the bikes. The harvester will evade this attack somewhat. He can pull it all the way back to his main. He should be able to get it away now. Rocket squads are coming out. Good pull in the Buzzer Swarm. Not sure if he's got tier 2, but these 2 Scorpion tanks will pick off a kill there. And Futurama decides he does not want to lose anymore, and he will be falling back. That 1 harvester will go back to base. He's going to start taking these guys out now. Look at that, it's surprising. He's going to go and commit to the Scorpion tank, but he's going to lose probably 2 or 3. He's going to lose quite a number of these Seeger tanks, probably all of them now. He's going to try to go for another kill, which is probably as best as he can hope for. He will get another kill, but unfortunately that will round out the attack force. Probably went slightly in favour of Shock Trapper, although the lost mining time would have hurt. Second ref comes down, although it's only 2 harvesters. Oh man, Futurama's got 5, you know. Looks like he might have pulled 1 from the main, but he's on about 9 harvesters. And he's taken Blue Tiberium. He's going to be getting ready to really flow. Shock Trapper needs to strengthen his economy a little bit. More harvesters coming out. 2 more. That's a good start. That is a good start, by the way. Just going to Alt-Tab. Everything looks dandy. Disintegrator squad. That's the problem with disintegrator squads and scorp tanks. If you don't have any anti-infantry there, you kind of can't do a lot. I mean, you can run them over, but I mean, you're going to take a lot of hull damage with that. And those disintegrator squads cost a bugger all to produce. You can produce almost 3 squads for 1 scorpion tank, or you know, 2 and 2/3 of a squad. It's a nice building placement there. He will be able to take out that, or at least some of the squads before he's overrun. Having a second squad in there would have been nice as well. Going to be attack here on the expansion. Lots of shredder turrets coming down. Not many Seeger tanks though. Those Seeger tanks are staying put. Laser turret was dropped in the main as well, so anticipating he's going to get attacked. Shields is done. Attenuated force fields comes up for Futurama. We can see the units moving towards the main on the radar as well. He's trying to focus down some of these guys here. Not sure how well that's going to work out. He's going to attack the main. There's not as much here, just a single Scorpion tank. He will destroy those Seeger tanks. Has to call the Scorpions to his main. The Storm Riders coming. You can see on the left-hand side of the map, the Futurama has probably a pretty unassailable lead right now. And harvesters are now being destroyed. The Seeger tanks are revealing the stealth, and once the stealth is compromised, the non-harvesters are super vulnerable, and even the Scorpion tanks getting cleaned up. There's only 1 shredder turret there, it's not enough, and Shock Trapper will be defeated. So Shock Trapper going down early in the series there. He will take a 1-zip loss there, or Futurama will move ahead in the series, should I say, 1-zip. So let's just fix that up right now. But yeah, interesting beginning. Okay, let's have a look here. Oh yeah, Master Leaf. If Leaf wants to join in. Where is Master Leaf? He's doing something. Not sure what Master Leaf's up to, so we're going to jump into game number 2 very shortly. Does not look like game number 2 is quite ready, so We're just going to hold tight and see how that's going to go down. But in the meantime, pretty intense series on our hands. I think these players are going to be pretty evenly balanced, although Futurama seems like he's somewhat on fire right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can take it all the way. But yeah, let's see if we can get Master Leaf in here. Master Leaf for his game analysis there. See if he picks up the phone. Be surprised if he does. But you'll move the, where's the scoreboard? There you go. We'll keep the scoreboard up there for you guys there, so you just it just reminds you what the score is so far in the series. No doubt we're going to have some more games coming real quick. I don't think Marcy was going to pick up on us. No, he's not going to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, Leaf. I need Leaf to come in for the pre-game announcement. Oh, refreshing. Okay, here we go. A few mins. Oh, so we're going to have Master Leaf on the stream very shortly here. But in the meantime, hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. There's nothing like streaming live. But yeah, I have been told by a few people on the inside that, by the Russians and by some others, that some big things happening for Canes Wrath. Big tournaments coming in. No restrictions on those tournaments, mind you. So there'll be a lot more variety here. So there we go. I think we're ready for game number 2. Although, where is it kept? What's the date today? 20... $23rd. Did that even download? I don't think it did. We're about to jump into game number 2 between these guys here, so stay tuned. That'll be coming up momentarily. 19, 20... All right. Game number 2 is about to be launched here. If my computer is going to respond, I'm not sure what it was doing. It's doing something. All right, we have game number 2 between Futurama playing as Scrin in the top center side of Tournament Crater, which is going to be Shock Trepet's pick because Shock Trepet lost the first game. Factions will remain the same. Shock Trepet needs to pull the series back here. He needs to pull it back. I mean, it's a best of 9. It's a long series, but still, you'd want to make sure that you don't fall too far behind in the early part because that can really set up the rest of your series. There is a thing about momentum. They talk about it a lot in other games. So look at this. 3 assimilators. He's going directly for the EMP spike. And this is usually for some type of mid-game push when by the time he gets his Seeker push out, his Seeker push going, this would have cooled down. There's about a 3-minute recharge on the EMP control center. It would be interesting if you had the EMP instantly as soon as you captured it, although that might be a bit trolly in certain situations, but it's one of them things to make it more capturable. I mean, it is literally one of the best EMP weapons in the game. Not only is it the cheapest, it's $500, and if you use it twice, it becomes $250, and if you use it 3 times, it's like $133 or no, 150, no, 166. Oh my god, quick maths. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Oh, he doesn't get the garrison. That's a bit unfortunate. Won't be able to cut off any of the spikes here from Shock Trap It. Both of these guys know what their factions are up against, but yeah, jumping back to the EMP spike, the more times you fire it, the more stunningly incredible value it becomes, and it's almost impossible to miss. It's just a click, you have a few second delay, massive EMP blast, best EMP in the game. I like to use it with Shockwave because you use this to hit a force of units with the EMP, and then if you don't have enough time, you can then re-shockwave them, and because they're still EMP, they can't get out of the way of the shockwave. So it's just, yeah, it's just an extremely good deal for doing. Actually, there's only 2 harvesters here. Is there something we're missing? He's got so many scouts out, doesn't he? Oh no, sorry, he does have extra harvesters. One of them was hiding at the back of the field. Raider Buggy comes out, 4 harvesters here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Seeker Tank. He's pumping a Seeker Tank. This could be because maybe he's a bit sus that there could be some bikes. He knows there's no flame tanks because there's 2 ref. If there's 2 ref this early, there's no flame tank. But, of course, Nod has a jillion and 1 rushes that they can do, and it could mean that there are bikes somewhere around the map. You see, Shock Trapper has a lot of scouts. He's got scouts here. That's just the spike. He's got War Factory comes down. Not War Factory, sorry, his refinery. Actually, no, it doesn't have that much spice. So, not that much scouts. Future Armor has that there. Future Armor is expanding. He did build his Seeker Tanks. Where did he send them? Here they go. There's only 3 of them. It's not really enough. I mean, if he... Oh, look at that. He's going to force the Harvest to pull because he doesn't have any combat units down here. I think he's going for another War Factory, which is nice. As soon as he sees there's no Harvester here, he can either assume... I mean, it's pretty obvious it's not still in the ref. When you power it down, you can obviously pull it, but he's just going to pull it all the way back to his base. He could easily engage that first Seeker. 3 Seeker Tanks pulling him off the line. What are these Shredder turrets for? I'm not quite sure. If he had EMP for Mock, I would understand. He could just be drafting, but... I mean, yeah, they can draw fire, but I mean, Future Armor's not going to do that. He's going to click on these units, and I mean, he's going to be able to focus this down now. He's got 2 bikes for 1 Seeker Tank, and he's going to get... Oh, actually, he splits his fire a little bit there. More bikes are rocking up. 2 more bikes are destroyed. Oh my god, Shock Trapper. This was just 3 Seeker Tanks, remember. Just 3 Seeker Tanks, and he pulled a Harvester all the way back to the main here, so he's not quite oversaturated. He has got the blue tib, though. His blue tib is done. Future Armor has taken some of his own blue Tiberium. Looking to probably clear those scouts out eventually. Tier 2 is down. Dozer Blade's on the way. Looking to go for some Scorpion tanks. It almost feels like Shock Trapper is playing as if he's playing against a Nod player. He's playing as if he's expecting to come against a Nod faction here. And those Seeker tanks just doing so much stall. I mean, look at Future Armor. He's got 4 Harvesters and 2 Ref. And he's got attenuated force fields on a tier 2 on the way. And his EMP spike is probably charged. It is. It's charged and it's ready to go. His next attack is just going to probably win the game. Because, I mean, he might be able to get Dozer Blades down. But there's only 1 tank. Oh my god, he's gone for a tech center. Oh, man, he needs an obelisk. I mean, but that's the thing. The obelisk could get EMP'd and he'd have to pull his harvesters again. It could get very awkward. Just guarding the EMP spike there with disintegrators. Unfortunately, won't be able to do too much about that. Seeker Tanks will flank here. More harvesters are there. He's got 4 harvesters there now, so he's doing something. There was a battle marker up there. Shock Trapper finally scouting him off. I hate to see what his scout is. His scout's not too bad. Future Armors is obviously a lot better. We have Mechapedes coming out as well. I think we might be going for Laser Scorps. Could be fast Laser Scorps. Something is on the upgrade there. I can only assume it's Laser Scorps. Battle marker, it's just that Raider Buggy trying to make his way through the base. We'll clean up some of these Seeker Tanks. He already has Dozer Blades, so I think he's got laser capacities in mind. This is a map where, in the late game, the armor and artillery will become more important, or the tier 3 armor, should I say, in epic units, because there's not as much room to maneuver. I mean, there's big areas where you can have armor fights, but, I mean, of course, the tier 3 armor will clog that up. So Flame Tank has to back off, finding more disintegrator squads. But you can see, look at this. Future Armor knows it's there. He's trying to find it. Scorpion Tank's clearing out the right side of the base. He's going to have laser capacitors momentarily, I think. I think it's coming down. Vertigo Bombers are done as well. He's actually doing Vertigo Bombers. Lasers is complete. Still looking for the Flame Tank. pulling the harvester back. He's going to send that to the corner, which is, if you send it right to the corner, he might have actually been able to keep it alive. No, look at that. You can see these seekers are moving, which means they've got an actual specific attack order on it. A few scorpions are responding. Actually, almost every single scorpion is responding. I'm not sure what Shock Trapper's doing there. It's not very effective. Unfortunately, these... yeah, look at that. He had an attack order as well, and they weren't actually shooting at the... See, barely even opening fire there, but they will get them now. And the flame tank will make it back to base. Flame tank on the right flank as well. It looks like Shock Trapper's trying to put together a very clumsy flame strategy. Not flame strategy, but he's got stealth tanks out now, and he's got vertigos. He's got a bit of everything. I mean, it's going to be nice. Did Futurama go for shuts? I mean, Futurama put a crane down, or a foundry, so he's going to expand. Oh my god, he's over here, and he's got 4 tripods. I mean, the vertigo bombers would be nice here, but I mean, you actually need 4 vertigos to one-shot a tripod. His Redeemer should come out in time, but he's going to need an obelisk. He does have one. 2 vertigos now responding. Not enough again. Vertigos are fantastic against GDI and fantastic against juggernauts and stuff like that, but yeah, you need 4 bombs to kill a shielded tripod. He will, however, defend this out. The Scorpion tanks will move forward, but they're going to find a tripod, disintegrators, and Seeker tanks. It's not what you want to see. He's not going to be able to overrun that. He's going to try to run through the disintegrators, but the disintegrators are causing a lot of sporadic damage. They can do a lot of DPS very quickly, and most of those tanks, I mean, he's going to retreat with a decent chunk, but quite a few got swiped then and taken away. He's going to find the space. Big EMP blast. Rage Gen will not go off. It will actually go off as soon as the EMP is gone off. That's interesting that he used the EMP blast. He's not quite close enough. He cloaks it, but there's the Rage Gen. Oh my god, and he's cloaked it, so he's going to get away. Yeah, Futurama used that EMP. He was so far away from that EMP. Like, I thought he was way up here, and he wasn't even moving after he EMP'd it. There was a delay, and he's just managed to dodge that EMP blast. Vertigo bombers are coming back now. There's actually no double A here. And they sort of missed the other 2, but we'll get that one there. Needs to make sure he cleans up the husk, because Futurama will just get those husks back. A bit of a Q move there. So these Scorpion tanks getting roasted. They cannot fight those tripods in those numbers. Still tanks are in the back, so Shock Trapper may be pulling it back here, just being really annoying for Futurama. Very annoying. He's killing quite a number of these guys. He could take out the stasis chamber. He's going to go for the foundry, though. Again, those structures that if... Futurama sold them, it could be very beneficial to his cause. He's managed to squeeze out an epic unit. And he's killed that last, harvester. I'd take out the stasis chamber. That's an ability there that he's definitely going to use to EMP the avatar. There we go. He could have destroyed that, but unfortunately, look at that. He's caught in the midst of a rage gen, which means once again, when this wears off, he's going to get the rage gen off. And because he's stealthed, aside from these Seeker tanks, I was going to say, he could probably get away. Vertigo bombers, you can see they need to have a big hit. They need to do a lot of damage. Oh my god, that's so juicy. That was such a juicy hit. 2 more tripods will fall. Rage Gen will go off. He cannot get the EMP because they're rage, and he's going to go for the crush here. He actually kills... No, he does get EMP there. There's 1 more Seeker tank. The Seeker tank is down, but unfortunately the EMP is there. And Shock Trapper, I don't think has it much. He doesn't have enough here yet. There's actually Devastators in the background. He's recovering these husks now. His whole line is broken, so that's going to be the end of it for Shock Trapper there. Futurama's going to be victorious. Oh my god, I'm still trying to overcome a few issues. Overcome an illness there, but yeah, Futurama will take game 2. I'm going to have to mute my microphone. Oh, and I'm back. But yeah, Futurama. It looked like Shock Trapper might have been okay for a little while there, but another, what I would call haphazard game from Shock Trapper. There was no cohesion in really much of what he was doing. So that was a bit unfortunate. I mean, he even got lucky with those 2 rage gens. But perfect timing. He could have stopped the stasis from going off, though. He could have destroyed that. At least later, if anything. Would have been useful. But not going to be the case. So we're going to have a quick break here. See if Master Leaf is ready. Well, we missed a call. We'll get Master Leaf in here for his analytical genius. Tell us his next big rig meta. There he is. Leaf.
Hello?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Is my mic even working?
I can hear you.
Apparently my end is working just fine.
Yeah. You can't hear me?
No, I can't hear Green Zero, no.
You can't hear me. Input. You gotta check your audio settings.
Hold on, let me check.
My audio settings are fine, so we can hear Master Leaf, but apparently he cannot hear me. We need his expert analysis here because he's our screen expert, and the amount of times he keeps trying to play those other factions in tournaments, and I'm like, I want to see Traveler. I want to see that Traveler play. I like watching Traveler play as long as it's not lame.
That?
GZ dying before our eyes. Yeah, I'm still trying to overcome these.
What's going on here? I have audio. Discord's making. I mean, I heard the call. But I don't hear Green Zero.
You don't hear Green Zero?
Strange.
Let me have a look.
I'll restart Discord.
Yeah, restart Discord. Test. Yeah, my mic works. I think it might be a slight issue with Master Leaf there.
Okay, that.
Alright, can you hear me?
No, it's not working.
It's not working. We can hear you. Oh, that's awkward.
Well, I'm gonna have to let you cast the tournament because I can't hear a bloody thing here.
Well, good job. Yeah, there's Lee. He's gone. So I mean, I just ran a microphone test and my microphone tested fine in Discord and everything was set up correctly. So maybe just a slight issue there. So we sort of had Master Leaf on. I mean, we could hear him, but he can't hear us. But yeah, Futurama will take a 2-0 lead in this tournament. Now, this is the thing. This does not look good for Shock Trapper because he showed us nothing in those two games. Very haphazard play. Futurama was just used a couple of Seeger tanks to just keep setting him back over and over again. So that was really unfortunate. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, like to hear them in the comments there. See how we go. But yeah, the thing about this tournament again, and told this to Panda quite a bit, it's like you really need to put in rules and a schedule, and you need to stick to it because that's the only way you have a cohesive tournament. He gave us the no BS guarantee, but he just got to the point where he became very flexible, and then people start taking advantage of that, and it's just like, well, and now you've got a haphazard tournament, so you just cannot do it. You've got to be like, you got to tell people like 2 weeks in advance, this is the date, this is the time, and host your event over 2 days. That's a great way to stop fatigue. Host it over 2 days. It's fine. You could do a group, or 2 weeks. You could do the group stage 1 week, and then next week you could have the final spread out over 2 days because you've only got like 4 to 8 players in the final. So it's way easier to control that group. And if they know in advance it's going to happen, you know, otherwise people are just going to throw you curveballs. Oh, I'm just going to be late. Oh, I might rock up. Oh, I need to reschedule. It's just, you know, just like, no, this is what it is. If you're not there, you forfeit. That's it. And of course, have a cash prize and everything like that. But let's get rid of that. Still just waiting for game 3 to finish up here. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Does anyone have bets on who's going to win this series? Because after watching those two games and after seeing how Futurama has played, like Futurama definitely has gotten a lot better, because just a few weeks ago I slammed him in a previous tournament and I beat him earlier in the day, and he's never beaten me in a tournament, and then he came out and 5-0'd me. Now, gathered I'm obviously on the ropes. Like, I really need to get my game plan under control. Like, there's clearly something wrong with that. I've been watching streams from 2018 when I was just like peak smashing everyone, like even Bike to an extent, not like fully. It's Bike, but yeah, I was just watching my gameplay and I was outputting so much stuff, and I'm like, how am I getting so much stuff out on the field? And I was floating cash, but I had like so many units it didn't matter. And yeah, I'm just like, why can't I get that back? You know, just seems a bit unusual. But yeah, I'm gonna put in some training sessions, actually get back and do the basics, and really push. And I'm not gonna just do GDI. I'm gonna play some random mirrors and stuff like that quite a bit. And I'm also gonna train Zocom and Steel Talons a bit more, because I play Steel Talons in the random every now and then, and I just realized how much I really do enjoy playing Steel Talons. Even though, I mean, they are notably different from GDI because of they have a significant amount of different units for starters. But yeah, I definitely do enjoy playing them. They got boss armor if you can get to the late game. Like, they got the early game units I like, and then the late game units, I can bowl them. Just use the Marv as a meat shield, and yeah, they got the whole GDI Air Force, Orcas, Hammerheads, Firehawks. They're all there with all their upgrades. So, and yeah, I've never been huge on the GDI infantry, which probably is why they suited me a bit more. Like, if you watch throughout my history, I don't use a ton of infantry. Most of the time I use it. Most of the time I use infantry is in GDI mirrors, where they work best. In other situations, I only use them sporadically, or for defense, or for taking buildings and stuff like that. But yeah, I think people are putting down that Futurama is probably going to be able to take this series. I mean, he looks good. Yeah, but that's the thing, Panda. You've let it get to this point. It should not have got to this point. Like, and that's the thing about tournaments. The things that I learned about tournaments, and the reason why we had those really good tournaments back in the day, like the original KWWC 2014, is because I looked at all the mistakes that other people made. I looked at all the mistakes that they made, specifically game replays, because they had horrendously bad tournaments. And I'm like, all right, cool. What are the mistakes they keep making? Why aren't they fixing them? Why aren't they doing anything about them? And for game replays, it's just because they're lazy and they treat it like a job and they're unmotivated. They don't care about the games. They don't care about the tournaments, which is why they were bad. But yeah, basically you need to announce it at a specific point in advance. If it's a big tournament, like $1,000 cash prize, you can announce it a month or more in advance. But if it's just a smaller one, 2 weeks is fine. You can't have it too long if you can't keep the hype train going, because by the time it happens, people forget about it. But yeah, a big one if you advertise for it and things like that. But you need to have a schedule, you need to have rules, and you need to pre-plan out every part of the tournament so that when the tournament happens, there's no stalling, there's no changes, there's no alterations. Everything follows a script. And this is how I ran the Command League as well. That thing was huge to run, because it was 6 tournaments followed by a major tournament at the end. So it's basically 7 tournaments, and it was just huge. The organization, like, I actually enjoyed the KWWC the best, obviously, because it was just one event, but the Command League just was an immense amount of organization. I really should do videos on those, like behind the scenes. I wanted to do that because I do have the archives of that, all the artwork, all the scripts, all the videos, all the screenshots, everything that went into making those tournaments so good. You guys would be surprised how much stuff is on my drives, in my archives there. It's just nuts. I was looking in there the other day, and there is so much gold on that tournament there. I really should do a video showing you behind the scenes of those. Maybe a special edition. What was it, 7 years ago? It was just over 7 years ago we had that tournament. That's nuts. Like, Master Leaf's in the chat. You remember that Master Leaf? This, obviously, spoiler alert, because Master Leaf won it, and no one thought he would. You know, it got to the point where I think everyone, even including me and Cyber, and even though prior to this I did not like Master Leaf at all, I actually got to the point where I was like, yeah, I want Leaf to win because I just don't want Bike to win. You know, I thought Bike was on a 2-year killing spree where he won everything he played in. He had won like 15 tournaments straight. And everyone's like, well, it's Bike Rush's tournament to lose. And I was like, I just hope someone can knock him off. And then no one got close. He beat like all the other pros like pretty easily. And then Master Leaf came in and played the greatest series of all time. Well, game 3 must be lengthy because it's not here yet. There we go. It looks like game 3 is going to be on Torment Highlands. But yeah, unfortunately we can't get Master Leaf in here because he's got a problem. But what do we got? What can we do in the meantime? I guess I could show some of the archives. If you guys are watching this back after the stream has been done, you can obviously just skip these parts unless you want to hear me talk about stuff, keep you guys entertained. I don't want to start doing something else because at any moment the series could continue on, so... But yeah, any... Make sure it's not just one hard drive. Wait, what? Oh, one hard drive. Back it up. Oh, Lee's like, oh, back up my winnings. Back it up. Nah, where is it? Where have I kept it? Have I deleted it? Backup. I haven't modified my backup since July of last year. Probably needs to be backed up again. Videos. Oh, don't worry. It's backed up. It's on my expansion drive. Let's have a look here. Canes Wrath tournaments, Command League. There's a few other tournaments. Open challenges. I hosted 1, 2, 3, 4 open challenge tournaments. Wait, did I? Wow, that's a pretty sick maps. Launch, play. Oh yeah, there was 4 of them. Oh, actually, no, I don't think one of them. Launch recap. No, there was only 3. Wait, what's that? November, October. Oh no, the open challenge. No, that was not. No, there's only 3 open challenges by the looks of it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe there was 4. No, there was 3. There was only 3. Then the last one never happened. There was a Renegade Wars tournament that we hosted. I was going to host a 2v2 one, but that didn't materialize. But there is information here on it. There's a few other things here in this drive which didn't get launched. Actually, I think it looks like game 3 is ready to go. Okay, let's get this going. Hope you guys are ready for the Cane's Wrath action, because we are going to get back into it momentarily. Alright, here we go. So Shock Trapper really needs to win this one, otherwise he's definitely not going to be looking too good here. Try phoning again, I don't think so. On the left-hand side of Tournament Highlands, we have Futurama Russian. He has switched to the Global Defense Initiative, and that means Shock Trapper is over here playing as the Nod forces. He's going to stick with Nod, down with GDI. To see how this is going to go. So GDI versus Nod. Tournament Highlands. You got to watch out. This big field that they fight over at the end is ripe for a clicking, so you just got to be careful as GDI that you don't venture over that. You can obviously send your armor over it, because Tib Vane doesn't really do much to, I mean heavy armor, not lighter armor like tier 1, tier 2, but tier 3. Tier 3 can get Tib Vane, that can't do anything to that. Oh, have we got a shadow open? We have a shadow open. Is it just 2 shadow teams? Is it just 2? He's gone for his spikes. He's got 2 shadow open. Or if he flies directly over, you got to be careful. If you fly over the rifleman squad, they actually still detect stealth. So infantry detect stealth if you crash into them, but they also detect stealth in the air, which obviously is a little bit of a bug, but or probably shouldn't be a thing, but I don't think anyone's ever cared too much about it. He doesn't know about this. He's got the war factory down because it's too far. The map's too big to stop the war factory going down. And he built 3 rifles. Oh my god, he's going to lose all of them. Oh, that was... I don't know why he had them all grouped up. And yeah, he's going to get them all with 1. I'm not sure why he had them all grouped up. Was this a random mirror? No, he selected he selected Nod. He selected Nod, specifically selected Nod. I mean, it's not massive, and Futurama is not going to go. He's not going to go for the power plant. He's going to continue to build the refinery that he started. Extremely slow. That's a 60-second refinery, by the way. And look at that. Shock Trapper comes back in. So yes, a minute to build that. And look at that. He bombs. I don't know why he bombed that. You wait until the power plant comes down, and then you bomb that. That was a bit silly. So Shock Trapper really, yeah, he could have just got a power plant kill, but that's not going to be the case. Pibble comes out now. The thing is, you can't even build watchtowers unless you actually have power plants. But yeah, he would actually be coming back in now to take out another one of these power plants. I may have to take something for that. And look at that. But he built a 3rd one, which means he's not even going to go on low power mode. Oh god, I'm almost dying. I'm old. He will land the shadow teams, but they don't actually do gun damage, which means the people will take forever to kill. They are doing some damage. The sniper, the shadow teams actually do sniper damage. So shooting vehicles and buildings with them is a waste of time, because a lot of buildings and vehicles take 1% damage from sniper. Oh, he's going to run into this this bunker here. He's going to bomb it, and then he should be able to take it out. Actually, the other bomb will actually splash and kill that force there. It's going to run to the building. You don't really want to lose these. I mean, it's a big map. He can easily hide these on the map here, make it very difficult for Shock Trapper to Futurama to find them. But look at this. The gun damage from the militant squads will, of course, slowly eat through the pitbull over a very long period of time. And it looks like Futurama's going to continue out with these pitbulls now. So he's got 1 APC there. Maybe he was a bit cautious. He's gone for the blue tip field on the bottom side of the map. But has some already been taken? It looks like there's a little bit missing this, because there's a lot more in the top. Maybe he already went down there once. I'm not too sure. Wasn't paying attention. It doesn't look like there's enough there. Maybe Shock Trapper visited that area and we just didn't see. Unlikely. Can't see anything there. There's just a little bit less tip there. These Scorpions are going to force the Harvester back. This is nice. The Harvester did not collect enough Tiberium to make make that trip worthwhile, because you got to remember, the time it takes the Harvester to drive out there and drive back, you can easily do 2 loads of green tip, which completely nullifies the blue tip, because blue tip is double the green tip. Now he will take, and look at that, he didn't even get enough from the bottom field, but there's definitely someone took some from the bottom field. Maybe he took some from there before, not 100% sure. Does have a barracks here, not sure what he's planning to do with that. Scorp Tank will get popped by the pit bulls. This is the thing, just keep bombing power plants. Just keep bombing power plants and then send them to the corner of the map or send them to somewhere where he's not going to find them. Look, he's leaving them behind. That's the thing. This is free scouts and power plant snipes. All he needs to do is go and send them away. But people don't do that. He doesn't do that. It's like, that's gone now. Now Future Armor never has to worry about it again. So it's one of them things like you just keep them alive no matter what. I've seen games where people keep them alive the whole game and they have gotten heroic shadow teams, which is a unit you've probably never seen. Because shadow teams, if you build them from the barracks, are about $800, so they need to do, what's that, $2,400 worth of damage just to gain a rank. Scorpion tanks here will be defending against the pit bulls here. Future Armor momentarily forgot about them, but not anymore. A lot of those Scorpion tanks overlapping. Oh my god, those two tanks at the front. Wow, he was lucky there. He needs to pull them back. Shock Trooper's not very good at organising his tanks. All these tanks are sort of just meandering, yeah. Oh my god, he actually captured a refinery with a harvester in it from this APC, so he's taken a book from my play there. That harvester surprisingly low health, and he's putting down a Guardian cannon. That's just annoying. We'll take out the APC. Might want to think about getting rid of the Guardian cannons because he's putting a second Guardian. And Leaf is like, no, it's my new Guardian cannon harass. No, he sells off the ref, so no more Guardian cannons there. He's just going to pull them off the line, but I mean, they do detect stealth. It's actually an engineer there, so I think maybe he was getting close to taking it back. Militant squads from the GDI player. That's interesting. We'll clean those up, but the thing is, this is just keeping Shock Trapper busy. Because, I mean, he doesn't have that much. He's got Scorps with no lasers. And we can see rocket heads coming in from Future Armor now. Already has AP ammo, has a tech center. Not sure what he's going to do with that. He's not researching anything. Maybe going for a Reclamator hub. 1, 2, 3, 4 harvesters. 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't actually have that many harvesters. He's got 8. 9. Gonna get some more blue Tiberium. Some rocket squads will find some of those pit bulls, but yeah, there should be some tanks responding. This is the thing. Shock Trooper needs to not send all of his tanks to respond to just the smallest thing. He could easily focus down that damage one first, yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's going to matter here. There's actually a harvester here, so Future Armor, I'm not sure if he realizes that that's there. It did just, I believe it just moved before, because that's a harvester he could take. Shock Trooper's never going to suspect that. There are Venoms sitting just here, but they're just outside the range. He's going to detect that. Oh my god, it's very tight. Hammerheads are there. They do have rockets in them. And there he detects it now. And does he notice that that's there? No, he flies back out and it re-stealths. I don't think he noticed it was there. No, he hasn't noticed. He's going for lasers again. Shock Trooper just feels very passive. Especially since he's the nod player. You think he'd be a bit more aggressive, but he's just doing basic Scorps, and now he's going to come up against a Marv. There's Juggernauts coming out. I mean, the Scorpions cannot take on that Marv with the rail weapons in it. There's just way too much. We have the shock pods come down and the scan come in. Not the shock pods, the Zone Troopers drop pod. But unfortunately, that's the thing about rocket heads. They don't actually do that much damage to Venoms. It's just rocket squads. It's not missiles or anything like that. He will force them to retreat there, but that's $4,500 worth of Zone Troopers he just kind of threw away. And that harvester will finally get cleaned up. Future Armor not evacuating it very effectively. Lasers is going to be completed by the time we see this engage, but I mean, Future Armor could just Marvis in the middle field and be done with it. There's a stealth tank there, but he'd need to go around the back side. Stealth tanks to be pretty good at clearing out the hammerheads, as well as ensuring that those blue tip fields don't continue to be leached, because Future Armor has been leeching them. And I think he might just be going for a Marvis as well, sort of backing up momentarily. I think he knows that this attack force is heading up to the top here, but this is really all Shock Trapper has, aside from the occasional stealth tank moving around. A couple of Venoms moving here as well. He could sweep in and take that Juggernaut. He's going to sweep in now, and oh, a Shockwave Artillery comes down, but I think he's going to get out the way of that. Oh my god, look at that. If that was me, how many? He got 10 tanks. At least 10 tanks there. If that was me, I would have missed everything. But he is just... Future Armor has just got the luck today. That was lucky. I mean, that shockwave, they could have easily moved out of that, but it just seemed like it all just hit really, really quickly. Juggernauts there trying to destroy Stealth Tank. That Stealth Tank can't re-stealth in heavy damage mode, but they will take at least one harvest to kill, possibly another one. Can't quite see. A few units getting blown to pieces, maybe some Venoms, maybe some Hammerheads. He's going to come in with these Harvesters, unfortunately, are pretty defensive. He sells off the Space Command. And that will be the end of one of the Stealth Tanks. The other Stealth Tank will evac out. He does not have Scanner Packs, though. He doesn't have Scanner Packs. He's sort of just meandering around here. Sells off the Armory, has Compo. Compo is done. He's had his MCP here for a very long time, and he hasn't done anything with it. He's been going for a Redeemer. He's got so much Tiberium here. He's only got 2 Harvesters. Is Shock Trooper just lost here? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Harvesters on the map. 6, 7. Wow, he doesn't have a lot, does he? I mean, Futurama's almost completely cleaned up this field, and Shock Trooper has barely touched his. He's harvested maybe 15%, maybe 20%. Venom's going to go around, not going to find too much. Don't want to really engage those turrets. They're a bit of a waste of time. That one Stealth Tank is still alive. Managed to evade detection from the Pitbulls for long enough to get another Harvester kill. But unfortunately, he's going to be destroyed now. Probably could get a Pitbull there. No, he's not going to get that, unfortunately. He's been unlucky. Venom's come in. There's 2 ref down here now. Futurama's mining and harvesting this. This game is basically done at this point unless the Shock Trooper just doesn't have a fighting force, and he's not replacing these Harvesters or really doing anything with it. He's just so passive. I'm not sure how he beats Senna with gameplay like this. Oh, where did these Scorp Tanks come from? There we go. This is going to be annoying. So he's going to be able to overrun the main, but again, it's not super important. The main at this stage in the game is not particularly important. Rage Gen goes off. It's a big Rage Gen. Harvesters will be destroyed. That's going to be annoying, but I mean, this is the thing. He's putting down his Space Command again. He's got so many forces here. It's just annoying having to deal with this. He's got Zone Troopers. He's got Rocket Squads there. He needs a Sonic Emitter because that's the thing that he can just run these guys over now. Although surprisingly he stops just before he gets off the biggest crushes. So Shock Trooper needs to get that sorted out. And yeah, now he's going to lose quite a few of them. Zone Troop is very good in this situation. They can be crushed with the Dozer Blade. But I mean, you can usually get out the way. Surprised that was so effective. Infantry coming out, fully upgraded, no stealth tower come down. He does have a structure queued, might be a stealth tower. Yeah, it is. He put that very far back. That's only going to cover to about here. Only to about this point here, I reckon. So he's going to be careful. He's now had his blue tip harvesters found out. There's nothing in them. I hope they weren't just sitting up there that whole time. But yeah, very passive game. Yeah, this series... That's interesting. It seems like Futurama just can do whatever he wants, but for some reason he's just really not going. He's got a lot of turrets down here for just the Venoms. Doesn't need that many. He must be rolling in the dough right now. He's got 4 grand.
Unit under attack.
Shock Trooper not doing too well. He's going to go on for another rage. Obviously, no, he doesn't quote it. And there goes the Shockwave Artillery. Not going to get out of that unless he jazz hands right through. Oh my god. Oh my god. He threads the needle. See, that's a GZ shockwave where he walks through the whole shockwave without getting hit. And the other one that was up there, that was a Futurama shockwave. He's going to click this field, but I mean, again, it's against the Juggernauts. Mind Strike might be pretty good. Yeah, it takes half the health of the Marvel, but the Juggernauts weather that. Well, actually, there's not a lot of infantry here. We'll just click it, but I'm not sure what they're supposed to do because Futurama has a force here that cannot be defeated right now from Shock Trooper. Look at Shock Trooper's expansion. Look how much Tiberium he still has. He's just not refining it. And now Futurama's had enough. He's just going to move forward. He's got a very mismatched force. Random hits. APCs at the front. Vertigo Bombers coming in, but I mean... They're flying into pretty heavy AA. There's actually engineers on the ground that are getting killed as well. Vertigo Bombers being shot down. That last one will get away. Yeah, only one. Another Rage Gen goes off. These Rage Gen, I mean, have been paying top dollar, by the way. So the Rage Gens have been insane. But the Rage Gens, this whole base is probably going to be overrun shortly. Futurama's making a huge mess of this, by the way. He's got engineers running around. Doesn't seem to be able to control what he's doing. Very haphazard. Might need to call in some sniper teams. APCs are coming in. He's going to put down these watchtowers. He needs quite a... Well, probably not many of them, actually, because the imp spam kind of just thinned out very quickly there, didn't it? The Mars still has a fair bit of health on it. He's got these pitbulls for stealth protection. He's got these turrets, which didn't even get to fire. He's actually going to start firing down the AP, not the APC, the MCV. Juggernauts now, there's 3 in range. They will start 4 in range. They will start to focus this down. Vertigo Bomber comes back. We'll be looking to drop one, but he needs 2 to kill that. He might lose that Vertigo Bomber. They're expensive, by the way. You can't hemorrhage those. The MCV will fall those. That'll be the end of that. And with tower support here, the infantry are going to be effective for too long, considering there just simply aren't enough infantry here. Yet another Rage Gen claiming even more kills here. Yeah, it's not actually a lot of husk that it's just not there anymore. I think the Venoms must have cleaned them up. So yeah, this was a very expensive push for Futurama. I think he's going to win because of just of his sheer numbers and things like that. But doesn't have a turret here. Doesn't have tungsten shell. He's building pitbulls to counter the Venoms, but I don't think it's a waste of time. Just pop these turrets down and keep rolling with your heavy armor. That's going to win you the game. More turrets now. They don't do that much damage. The GDI turret is so weak. Is he going to stop that? He doesn't stop it, so the Vapor Bomb comes down, but again, the Juggernauts can just wear it. And now he's bombing turrets with the Vertigos, which is really bad. You don't want to be doing that. He could have at least maybe dropped those 2 Juggernauts if he hit them. Still got the Venoms, but I mean the Venoms can't really do much, even if there was no AA. And now the Redeemer's going to come forward. It's really the only thing left standing. Another Rage Gen, but I think that's not going to be too much for him. Yeah, it's going to go down, and I think that's going to be the end of the game. That was a really, again, a haphazard game. We're not really seeing a very cohesive series out of these two. Well, in the second game and the first game for Futurama was cohesive, but this one here was just messy. It's just really never-ending reinforcements coming through. Not sure what Shock Trooper's going to do, but again, he still hasn't harvested some of his original tib there. And that's it. That's going to be the end of the game, so... Oh, lot to say about that one. Very haphazard. Very haphazard. But yeah, Futurama, I think if Shock Trooper is going to continue to play like that, the series is pretty much done. I'm not sure if he's just having an off day or how he managed to get here. But Futurama, of course, has definitely gotten very, very good. We'll have to have a look how it's going. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, just on 3 games still. So it looks like Shock Trooper may be putting up more of a fight in some of the later series. I'll see if we can get Master Leaf in here. Master Leaf. Where is Beef? Pick up the phone, Beef. Pitt's bringing the heat to the Venoms. Whiskey voice. Hey! Leaf. 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 Are you there? Not sure what's happened to Leaf. Testing. Yeah, my audio settings are fine. Beef. Leaf. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. You got to click on the little cog, and then you got to go to audio. You've definitely stuffed something up, because I've checked mine multiple times and everything works. Like,
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I have no clue. So yeah. Check your input. the input's fine.
Yeah, we can't hear.
Actually, let me plug in this other thing here. See if that works.
Let me just plug in my speakers. It's probably a good idea. Beef. We're going to be having game 4 coming up here, guys. So if this is really the point in the series where Shock Trapper has to start winning here. Otherwise, if he goes to match point, Futurama could just do any type of all-in cheese he wants a billion times and he'd be fine. So yeah. It's if you go 4 down, that's basically, yeah, you can't come back from that. But we'll be jumping into game 4. This could be a quick series if he goes down 5 zip. If Futurama just closes his 5 zip, that'll be pretty nuts.
Holy shit, that's loud. Okay, it works now.
Beef.
Fuck that. I had a bit of a problem there.
Yeah, no shit.
I had got one of these Bluetooth audio DACs lying around. I just plugged that into the computer and it's working.
Yes, yeah. So you didn't have your speakers plugged in, basically.
Well, yeah, they were, but for some reason it didn't work.
Oh, you're supposed to be so good at this stuff. This is why all your videos keep corrupting.
True.
But I'm actually going to start the game 4 now, so I don't need to talk to you anymore, so you can just wait till this game's finished.
Alright, okay.
I'll call you back after this game and we'll do the analytics.
Okay.
Alright, bye. I'll just leave Leaf there. He's hopefully won't get too lonely. Shock Trapper at $1.05. No, Futurama at $1.05, you mean. Shock Trapper at like $9 right now. Freaking on the bottom side of Tournament LA, we have Futurama, who is playing as Blackhand. He is in firm control of the series, by the way. And this man here, Shock Trapper Russian, needs to do something about that. He needs to make a stand on this map right now if he wants to make a series out of it. If he goes down 4-0, then it's just irrecoverable from there. You know, you're gonna have to win 5 games in a row. No, from here, I mean, with the games we've seen, oh god, I'm not counting on him winning this series. But if he wants to do something, he needs to do it now. He needs to get out there. He's been playing Nod, and he's been playing the most passive Nod ever. But he hasn't even been doing anything super interesting on the defense. He's just sort of building a random amount of units and randomly badly defending against almost nothing of what Futurama does. Those screen games where Futurama just poked in with a couple of Seekers, which weren't supposed to do anything, ended up doing amazing damage. Oh, look at that cow. Oh, it's got a star on it. Oh my god, that's pretty good, isn't it? Oh, milk bar. It's so good. Oh, so good. And a dragon. But yeah, oh wait, is anyone going to rush anyone? Looks like we have. Futurama Russian is producing bikes, 2 bikes out of the gates right now. Raider Buggy comes out for Shock Trapper Russian, so he's going to have this Raider Buggy coming down. Is he going to locate the bikes? Where did the bikes go? Oh no, they turned around and came back. So he's going to go for 4 bikes now. This means the Raider Buggy will be destroyed. But at least Shock Trapper isn't going to be losing harvesters. It's better to lose the Raider Buggy. Oh my god, look at that. If he didn't get it, he'd have to turn around and go get it again. That would have been really annoying, but he just manages to squeeze that one out. He's got 4 bikes heading down the guts now. Shock Trapper obviously is aware that he's about to get hit, and I believe a Scorp tank is probably going to come out. He's going to pull the harvester. This is much better from Shock Trapper. Like, early pull, although don't leave it there. Yeah, that's not a good idea. He's got a Scorpion tank there. He's shooting at the same bike, the second Scorpion tank, which will ensure the defense. Probably could have done it with 1, but I mean, you got to be careful you don't lose the Scorp tank. Takes like about 4 shots. No, sorry. Yeah, 3 shots to kill a bike, I believe. That's something I should know. I think it depends on the armor you hit as well, because obviously the armor's at the back. Look at that, the Militant Squad almost finishing that bike off. Now, Futurama didn't lose any bikes. He forced out 2 Scorpion tanks, and he destroyed a Raider Buggy. He's got 4 harvesters. He moved very very far because, I mean, he probably didn't have any money, so you might as well just keep moving the MCV. If you don't have any money to build buildings, you might as well just continue, yeah, shifting the MCV further and further, and that way it's closer to the next expansion. But yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesters. Shock Trap it now, playing a bit more cohesive. He has 5 harvesters as well. Going for another refinery. Nothing coming down. All we could see, we have a shrine coming down from Futurama, so he's going to go for flame infantry. And this is going to be annoying because with flame infantry, he can take all the buildings on the map. And if you've noticed on this map, there are quite a lot of buildings. Quite a lot of buildings clustered up here in the center. And if these are filled with rocket squads, it's just a pain in the ass to get through. Same as over here, they're all clustered together and they're very difficult to get through. There is actually a notable one right here near the spike and one mirrored on the other side, which just, yeah, it really closes out the coverage there. They're just annoying to deal with because you never want to be throwing units into a rocket garrison because that's just great value for money for the defender. You want to try to either de-garrison it or you want to try to overrun it fast enough that it makes it worth your while. Gonna start clearing the garrisons now. Because of that, he went for extra bikes as well, and he went for flame infantry, so he doesn't actually have any refinery down. And look at that. He didn't actually need to bail out because he almost had the Black Hand squad killed. And is he going to get it? No, he's not going to get it. If he didn't bail out, he probably would have just had that. And Shock Trap it now has been completely flanked. He had infantry here as well, but it was not in position. Like, surely, you know, you put your infantry over there. Can Shock Trap it see down there? He can see right down the bottom, but I mean, he's got something over there, radar buggy. It's only one harvester, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, but still, when you have infantry in position to defend, now this is interesting because he's going for infantry as well. We're going to see Black Hand infantry versus Nod infantry. Things are going to get pretty crazy because, of course, the Nod infantry have the hallucinogenic grenades, which they don't have. Oh, no. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, yes. No, he hasn't got Tiberium Infusion yet. That's what he's waiting for. So people don't usually focus too heavily on which one they get first because they plan to get both of them. So they usually just click the top one first. But Tiberium Infusion is done. I mean, they're both kind of necessary. They're both quite good. Not sure if there's a real reason to get one first over the other. Black Hand squad comes out. Now this Black Hand squad will be able to detach this force here. We can see Futurama has infantry moving up through the map on all sides, so he's just securing all the buildings again. That Black Hand squad's going to be hard to dislodge. There's actually quite a few cabals here, so he's going to run the Black Hand squad back. He's going to use his hallucinogenic grenades. Is he going to go for the garrison because there's a Black Hand squad there? He needs to kill the Black Hand squad, and this is not going to go down well. Yeah, the hallucinogenic grenades come through. And that will be the end of this force here. There's too many militant squads. Battle marker over here, stepping on the Tiberium. Nothing sus. Got some defense there. Flame tanks coming out. Let me see the Black Hand player with the flame tanks. Radar jamming missile comes off. There's bikes in the top, so we've got to keep an eye on them. I think Shock Trap is going to get flanked. No, there are Scorpion tanks here, and he will spot them, so he's got time to respond. He's got time. Here we go. You can see the infantry that get selected when they move. They sort of stand up to attention, and he's going to pull his harvesters as well, which is good. This is a lot better from Shock Trap it. He's still going to lose a harvester. He needs to make sure those infantry turn around, yeah, because he's going to come on the bottom side of the base here. Yeah, he's sort of running him a bit ragged here, yeah. Just letting him get himself into position a bit more. We have a base push coming through from Futurama. Gonna lose that harvest. That's a dead harvester. He might want to start taking the garrisons, although with the amount of drafting that can be done. Flame tank is up there. He's got 2 MCVs. He's got the tier 3, and here we go. So we're going to see the charged particle leads, and he knows about this. He's got a little bit of time to do something about it. Flame tank, unfortunately, will get caught out. This is his ace in the hole over here. He's got a flame tank, which could cut off the economy here. Click comes down. That's going to be a Shock Trap. It gets the sell off, so $500 back. That's important. It's really risky doing that. You really got to make sure you know you're selling the right one. Not sure if he's going for his own clicks. He is going for... Is he going for laser scopes again? I'm not 100% sure. He does have a flame tank there. There's nothing to deal with it, though. The MCV is just being moved now. Futurama, I think he's just going to try to secure the third. He's got 3 MCVs. He's gone MCV crazy, and he has nothing. He's no obelisk to stop this. He's going to lose a refinery. Now, this is kind of important because he only has... This is his eco right here, and he just lost a refinery. He's going to have to replace that. Supporting 3 MCVs is very expensive. He's just playing keep away. So the infantry was supposed to take the middle of the map, which they sort of kind of did a little bit. I mean, he does have the middle of the map. If we look at Futurama's vision, look at that. He can see everything through the center of the map there. So His goal in this game is to take all the Tiberium fields. He's just going to take everything with 3 MCV, and he's just going to be like, well, I've now got 4 fields under my control. Well, he will have shortly. And now Shock Trap will have to attack into him because he can't just let him power off of 4 base. He is going to come down here. Now, he's going to be up against potentially triple Obelisk, which is going to be a problem. Future Armor not really controlling himself too well here. Maybe seeing more Future Armor than the old. He does have lasers, but he does not have dozers. He forgot about dozers, so he does not have dozer blades on his Scorpions, which are now going into the rocket garrisons. What happened then? Wait. Oh, that was that Redeemer. What happened then? Did he sell that? I don't know what he did there. He sold his own Reclamator hub. Was there something we didn't see? I'm not 100% sure. It looked like he sold his own Reclamator hub. He's still not going Dozer Blades, so yeah, Shock Trapper's all over. So Future Armor's going to get these fields. He's going to hold 4 field, and he's refining off the top one there. He's even going for Spectre. I don't know why. I mean, he's got triple Obelisk drop. He can just move the MCV. I mean, if anyone needs Spectres, it's Shock Trapper. He needs Spectres. You know? Maybe he heard the Redeemer has risen and sold his own engineering facility thinking it was his. Although it does actually say something different when you build your own. It says, I live. So obviously a bit confused there. Flame Tank's running in, but they will find a nice, juicy Obelisk. Those other two are going to back out there. But yeah, Shock Trapper all over the place. He needs to pull something together. He's got Flame Tanks for his answer. Look at that. Oh my god, he's just mining off this base now. Future Armor's got... Again, this strategy, as haphazard as he probably wouldn't have worked against a better player, even though Shock Trapper is supposed to be really good. Like, Shock Trapper is a really good player. But in this series, he's just not showing it. He will get his Redeemer out nonetheless. Tib Cora's done as well for Future Armor Rush, and he will find these laser tanks in the middle of the map. They have somewhat cleared some of the garrisons out. Battle marker over there, just some units running in. But that's the thing. Shock Trapper has to now take this, and yeah, he's getting Spectre Artillery, which is probably a good idea. He's going to need that to break this base. I mean, this actually now coming up against enemy Spectre is going to be annoying. Don't see a Spectre Artillery too often unless you have a situation like this, and running into Obelisk defense. He's got Obelisk everywhere. It's like, alright, cool, just come at him. He's got infantry there. Big range gen goes off, and the infantry is going to basically rip itself apart there. And even the Spectre Artillery firing on it. Now, just remember, he can use the Redemption ability and gain a ton of mock squads if he wants as well. Not sure if he's actually going to do that or not. Battle marker down there. A Flame Tank is made it in. He's starting to cut the power grid here. These units are being chewed up in the center, so it's really down here, and he's going to try to flank with the Redeemer. Not really going to work. There's an Obelisk there. He's probably just going to target the Spectres, which do pull back in time. He will lose the Flame Tank, unfortunately, so not able to find a gap. It's going to be hard as well with so many Obelisks coming down. He's got 4 Spectres. This is actually nice though. If he's got these Spectres up, he can contest here now. Just remember, he can refine off the field as long as there's no stealth detection. But he's not actually doing that. He's kind of flatlined a bit, and you look at it, sells those off, realizing they're just going to get shelled from range. So these 4 Spectre Artillery, if you can keep them safe, again, they're pretty difficult to use unless they're within a base, but luckily they are within the base. And against Blackhand, there's no aircraft, so they can basically see everything. EMP comes down, that's from Future Armor, big EMP blast. Saw some long-range artillery there. And look at that artillery strike on the Redeemer, big artillery strike. We have 5 Spectre Artillery there. Look at that, big chunk of health coming off there as well. Big rage gen comes off. Some of the, oh my god, the Spectre Artillery being destroyed by the Redeemer, and counter Spectre Artillery there, all from the back. That is doing a lot of damage. That looks quite fancy. But yeah, basically the whole game is here, and I think it's just a matter of time before Shock Trapper is overrun. Yeah, that's the end of the game, so. Oh, he wasn't able to defend against that very well. he needed to take that field, and it looked in no situation like he was going to be able to do that. So Futurama now has just got the series basically wrapped up tight. I don't think there's really any way Shock Trapper can now come back from this. This is just a dismiss. He's doing even worse than I did yesterday, so I don't know what his plan is. Looks like game 5 is still going, so I guess we'll bring in the Leaf. I'm going for a walk instead. Shock playing bad. Yeah, series is done, so Master Leaf is calling it as well. I mean, I was calling it probably after the Highlands game when it became apparent that Shock was not in a condition. Again, he's a good player. He's played really well. He's been up the top in a lot of tournaments, but I mean, this is not a good series at all. I mean, Futurama was very haphazard himself in that game. So I'm expecting that when game 5 rolls up, that it's just going to be the Futurama show. You never know. Maybe we'll have an epic comeback from Shock Trapper. I mean, he's got nothing to lose now. I mean, Futurama can just... I'm expecting he's probably just going to, do some type of... He can do any type of rush or cheese he wants. He's like, I've got so many games up his belt. He can quickly go for that cheese win and finish it. Even though he doesn't really need to do that, he just needs to play just normal and he'd probably just win there. Yeah, if Shock had his Redeemer earlier, maybe. If he got more Spectres, he had 4. That's the thing about Spectres, you need time. Spectres are very good when you're inside your own base, firing out of it. That's really what they're for. They're for that specific purpose. I don't think you can use them too offensively. They're more of a base pushing weapon. Unlike the Juggernaut, which can do both. The Juggernaut can go out and attack as well as defend, because it's just a bit more capable. The Spectre is cheaper, of course, $1,600 for one of them. They are stealth, so they can get into position usually without being spotted, and then you just fire a round off, and then you can move them again if you think they're going to get hit. So as soon as they fire their rounds off, you can just move them so they get out the way. But if they're not going to get hit, you can just keep them firing. We did discuss in the Charles mod, or if we ever get a proper patch to the game, giving them a faster pack up and deploy time, but it does prove that it breaks them a little bit, makes them like really good, because their range is insane. Their range is so much better than almost anything else out there. I even think maybe to fix them, you could increase their deployment but decrease their pack up time, so that way takes a while for them to deploy and shoot their first round, but then they can pack up and move a little bit quicker. So it's not like because right at the moment they have a pretty lengthy deployment and a pretty lengthy pack up of several seconds either side, where I think if the pack up was much faster, they'd be able to move into position, then quickly they obviously take a bit longer to deploy and then fire, and then they could try to move them. Because leaving in the one spot and firing over and over and over again, once Spectres start firing, people can see them and then they start to focus on them. It's like, I got to destroy that because that's going to put a lot of pressure on. Looks like we have game 5 coming up here. Now, the command post has a handy feature where you can remove the winner from the replay system. There's like a checkbox, and so I've got that checked. So I don't know if it is the last game. Obviously, this is the earliest in the series it could be the last game because it's a best of 9. But yeah, it's a good feature. That way, we don't know if Shock's going to mount some insane comeback. But that's right, you can see in the series we have Tournament Dust Bowl, no poker. Of course, Shock's picking everything here. And at the top center side, it's actually Futurama playing as GDI. He's Gone back to GDI. He's won with everything he's picked so far. Not Futurama, sorry, Shock Trap, but we were playing GDI as well. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try GDI. So he's going to try GDI as well. And, I mean, he needs to win this one. Just going to go for the single engineer here. Futurama rushing 1, 2, 3, 4 scout. Yeah, 4 scouts out and about. 5 scouts. Wow, 5 scouts. That's a lot. That's heavy. That is heavy, heavy, heavy. Shock Trap, it went 1, 2, 3 scout. This is the thing. You can take the buildings. He needs to, yeah, get the game. That's fine. Take the buildings and just block them off. Look at that. These guys here going to just shoot at each other. It's like block wars. And he's got the scout out to the left-hand side. Futurama has nothing. He does have 1 squad there. He's got so many. Is this going to be a comm center? I didn't check the timing, so we'll just have a wait and see. No, it's going to be a war factory. Shock Trap has already got his down a few seconds earlier. These guys are going to cross in the night. Futurama will spot the target first, so he's going to get first shot, and that means he is going to win that fight on flat ground anyway. If you have a rigid ground, you can often, the AI often blocks, or terrain can block 1 or 2 of the members from shooting. Like if you did it over here or around the corner of the building, some of the units were around the other side of the building. Because the squad doesn't have to be on a perfect circle. You can see the squad will split up and just occupy a general area. We'll detach that scouting squad there. That's nice. He did de-garrison. Both sides de-garrisoned. Where'd they go? So there was a fight over here, but it looks like for whatever reason, Shock Trap it de-garrisoned. And now Futurama's just got his number. He's just pressuring. He's just blocking all the scouts. He's actually gonna... I'm not sure why he moved back there. It's not really... Took some hull damage for that, but okay. I mean, if there was orcs or something coming, he would have known about it already. He had so many scouts. Maybe the scouts are there. Look at that. He baited out a pitbull. He's on 3 harvesters, and he's got 5. How does Shock Trap it not... He must have more pitbulls. He does. He has quite a lot of pitbulls. He has quite a lot of pitbulls, but Futurama knows about them. He knows that there are pitbulls here, and he's built his own pitbulls. He's already got 5 harvesters. You know, and these pitbulls aren't going to do anything. They were spotted so far in advance because they. I think he just thought there was going to be orcas because he couldn't get any scouts in. He saw tons of enemy scouts, and now he's going to realize there's nothing. It's just an eco build. And he's got a ref on the expansion. Although Shock Trap has got 1 down as well. But, I mean, still just 3 harvesters. This needs to be a harvester. It is. He's going to take a swing at these. He does have more pitbulls. He's going to focus that down. Might want to move out of the way of the tower. Fighting in the tower is probably not too good. Yeah, he can definitely retreat now. Just enough that tower stopped shooting for a little bit there. But yeah, we'll be backing up now. He's probably going to lose most of these. Probably all of them, actually. He could have backed out of there a bit sooner. Not even... It wasn't even an even trade, I don't think, on the pitbulls there. Because he lost 5. I don't think he got 5. 2 harvesters on the expansion. Obviously, because he had to build his own pitbulls, that slowed down somewhat. Another harvester there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, he's only got 6 there. 7 harvesters. Versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess he's only 1 harvester behind. There's only a couple of pitbulls on Futurama's side. It's okay. It's not doing too bad. APC's coming out now. Looks like it's in the infantry APC. I think he's going to run with this. I think he realizes, hey... Actually, no, he thinks there's going to be an attack. He thinks there's going to be an attack. I think, yeah, he stopped building them now. I think that's a bit silly. Standing in the Tiberian fields is definitely not very healthy for you. Does have a tier 2. Going for an airfield. Puts it in a position over here where it's unlikely to be scanned. You generally scan the second base of the expansion over here. Easy to defend tech structures in the corner of the map where obviously the enemy can't go. Block it into the corner or wedge it up against the corner. Predator tank comes out now. More Predator tanks coming out. There's only 3 harvesters still harvesting the expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Armory is down, so Shock Trapper has made his decision. He is going for infantry upgrades. This 1 pitbull is going to come in for a scout. Probably going to get through as well. Going to see exactly what Shock Trapper's doing. He's going to go for his own airfield. Orc is coming down from Futurama. Rocket squads making their way across the map. They're actually going to take a garrison there. And yeah, they're going to be able to shoot at some of these pitbulls here. Do cause some hull damage. There you go, nice kill. Again, you can put rockets in the middle of the map and it can prevent the pitbulls from going through the middle of the map. And that one pitbull comes through and spots that it's actually going to be hammerheads. SAM turrets are already up though, so he knows that there are going to be orcas coming out. Orcas are there. Actually, well, they're not actually there. They're somewhere around the map. They're coming down the right-hand side. A few pitbulls just monitoring that area. A few predator tanks on the left flank, but there will be predators to defend that. He's gone for railguns, almost certainly going for railguns here. The orca's going to cut across. I think he knows about him, but he might just, yeah, take out predator tanks at this point. Because he's not going to get harvesters. There's too much defense. He's going for rocket heads. He could even go for firehawks. He's going for his own hammerheads. I'm assuming he would have AP ammo. Almost certainly does. Loses another predator tank. Orcas just roaming around the map. There are some rocket squads here shooting at them, but not enough to destroy them. It's actually going to get that predator tank last rocket there. There you go. Dislodging some of these garrisons will be annoying. There's actually 5 rocket squads garrisoned in these structures over here, so they'll be tricky to dislodge. They can shoot down some of the aircraft. But yeah, Shock Trooper just, I mean, he's putting together a more cohesive build. He's actually got sniper teams coming out. He does have these hammerheads here, but there are APCs. He snipes the APC. There's only one APC. It was there. You don't want to lose these rocket heads here. Yeah, definitely want to back off. He's actually going to turn around. He's going to focus them down. Standing over the building prevents the rocket squads inside from firing, by the way, because the buildings block line of sight as if the rocket squads were on the ground, so you want to make sure there's nothing there. Same happens with zone troopers, and when you have zone heads, you don't want to make sure there's no buildings or nothing that would block their vision normally on the ground, because they won't shoot otherwise. Shock Trooper really should know about this. But he has got he's got railguns. He's got these rocket heads here. It's going to cause a few problems for future armor. He might just go firehawks. Now he's still got those orcas flying around. They're just going to find tanks. That's the thing, these orcas come out again and again, just take more and more tanks. Oh my god! 3 orcas destroyed, probably a 4th. There was a firehawk, did not see that. 2 firehawks. Looks like he's going for 4 maybe. Engaging the rocket squads in the buildings. He could overrun them, but I guess he decided not to. Just wanted to pull. I think he's a little bit shook. I think Future Armor's a bit shook by the fact that there is this air support that he hasn't dealt with, and this can happen in these games here. Firehawk is out now by Future Armor. This is a thing in these games, because Future Armor has, Firehawks are out from Shock Trooper, and Firehawks are out from Future Armor. Well, it's not going to get. It's actually going to fly over the rocket squads. That's unfortunate. You don't want to lose Firehawks like this because they are an expensive unit. It doesn't have Stratofighter. No Stratofighter for Shock Trooper either. But that's the thing, if you see a game end up like this, actually a Marv comes out from Shock Trooper. If you see a game end up like this, air support can become super critical, because if someone gets air superiority and you don't have it, all of a sudden it becomes very, very difficult to operate in a GDI mirror, and you can often just lose the game, because if you lose air support, all of a sudden the Firehawks don't have to shoot other Firehawks. Oh my god, gets a massive flank off, by the way. 2 hammerheads for 2 firehawks. I guess that's an even trade, actually, when you think about it. There is an army moving down the right-hand side. The Marv went to the left-hand side. There's actually nothing here. There's a Sonic emitter down, and with the zone heads here, I mean, he needs to re-equip his firehawks, and almost certainly, I mean, there's already a firehawk here, but there's going to be more firehawks coming from Shock Trooper. He's got one on the deck. He needs to get that back in action. Just focusing this out. He's got heroic rockets there. He needs to watch out. The firehawks are coming for him. He needs to move out the way. And two are destroyed. He gets one of the enemy firehawks in return. Lose one of his own. We have a lot of firing happening now. There is one juggernaut there. He's going to start harvesting Future Armor's build. He's actually not looking into too bad a position. He just needs to not die with this attack here. Another Firehawk's coming over. He's not rallying more of his Firehawks down. He's going to get attacked, but he is harvesting a ton of stuff. Going to get some repairs in the Marv there. Another Sonic emitter. That's what I was talking about. 2 Sonic with a crossfire. The crossfire there was insane. He has insane crossfire on those Sonic emitters. He needs one more shot off. He will get that shot off. He will drop one of them. He needs to pull that other harvest back. Not pulling his harvest back, unfortunately. Going to be able to take out both of the Sonic emitters, and just like that, that was broken. And now the Marv is, I mean, the Marv could have bum rushed the one Juggernaut, and now he's just kind of sitting there, not really doing a lot. Oh man, Shock Trapper is letting it fall. He was actually not in too bad a spot there. If he just managed to get his firehawks up quicker. Look at that, that does a lot of damage, doesn't it? The Marv will evac, so the Marv will not die. But I mean, he doesn't have anything to destroy these. And he's sending his harvesters back in. I mean, there's a hammerhead there from Futurama. I'm not sure what his goal was there. He should be able to hold this attack, but at what cost? He sent all his harvesters in, they all got destroyed. He's got 2 harvesters remaining. The Marv is still trying to retreat out of this. He's just chasing with just these Juggernauts. That's all he has. He could just bum rush that and take it out. I mean, there's no shockwave, although he doesn't know that. And now, all of a sudden, the Firehawks from Futurama are the only ones here. There's actually 1 remaining there. He's going to run in. He's going to lose one for a hammerhead. Maybe a second one. Oh, he's going to get away. No Stratofighter from anyone here. By the way, no Stratofighter upgrade. Look at that, he's stalling. He needs to get a ref down if he wants to stay in this game. I mean, the Marv is still alive, so the Marv is alive, but I mean, he's got 4 Juggernaut out already. His harvesters are re-harvesting, they're re-mining. He's got 1 harvest here doing nothing. He's a little bit flustered, but that's okay. He's basically going to win the air war because, I mean, Shock Trapper's going to flatline. Or is already flatlining. He's building hammerheads and stuff to go attack. I mean, there's turrets here. It's not going to get a lot done. Firehawks now flying around. He will get a nice pick. Gets another one. Quite a number of these Firehawks getting picked off. Blindsided. His wingman was not keeping an eye on him. Here you go. Shooting down more hammerheads. Look at that. This air war is pretty intense. It's pretty violent as the lifespan of a pilot is not that long in this this game here. And this is the thing, neither side can really give up the air power now. Although both sides have completely sort of destroyed each other's air power. And look at that, he sold off the airfield. He replaced another one. He's actually got a couple of files. I was going to say, they're basically just completely destroying their own air forces, or each other's air forces. But if Futurama's allowed to take air control, he can switch from missile to bombs, and then he can just start bombing Shock Trapper, and then things start going from bad to worse. He is trying to rebuild something. I'm not sure if it's hammerheads. Grenadier squad there. Did he sell his tech center? I think he did. He's building hammerheads. Yeah, I mean, these Firehawks, man, these Firehawks are out. He has got the Stratofighter booster, and that makes them extremely difficult, almost impossible to get away from. Now the Marv is heading up to the north. It looks like Futurama may have sniffed it.
Structure sold.
Not really. I guess maybe he's coming into vision now, but he was already moving well before that, so. A lot of railguns here, yeah. He's trying to go for infantry because he's too poor to get out any tanks, and his tanks don't have railguns, so he can't. It's not really an option if he doesn't have railguns and the enemy does. He's got some rocket squads here which can flank, which is nice. Shockwave artillery comes down, and oh man, this might be an easy dispatch to the Marv. It's going to be 4 Juggernauts firing on that. Meanwhile, the rocket squads are coming through, but there is a hammerhead here. Not sure if he can hold it off. Hammerheads are coming in now. There's nothing much to get rid of them. There is a Firehawk. There's sporadic fighting everywhere. The Marv is destroyed. That is the end of the Marv. And oh my god, a lot of destruction as the Firehawks come in. All the hammerheads are destroyed. Surprisingly, he still has 1 Firehawk remaining, but it is burning up, which means it's got no ammo. If aircraft has no ammo and it has no field to land on, it will burn up. Look at that, sending the harvesters in there. Not necessarily a double scatter move again. He can just finish these ones off the way they are. He's going to try to put down an airfield to save the Firehawk. I mean, he can't rebuild Firehawks without a tech center, so keeping that one alive is kind of important. Because almost certainly we're going to see, it could even be hard points coming in, or just more hammerheads. But yeah, Shock Trapper is now being pushed out of this game. He really can't hope to do too much. He's got a nice chunk of infantry there, but I mean, he's actually pulling harvesters down there. I think they're just going to get the Tiberium, not to use them to actually attack the infantry. Infantry going to try to take the... Oh, look at that, there's a sniper team in there. Oh my god, the Firehawk gets another kill. They must have been loaded with bombs, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure. He's going to try to defend this with infantry. He's going to bring in the harvesters. He's going to use the harvesters to get rid of all the infantry. Oh my god, this is going to be brutal. This is going to be the only area on the map where there's fighting. And you can see that one Firehawk comes in. He gets an elite Firehawk. Oh my god. Oh, the Firehawks fly through that. Oh, the Firehawk does get on the deck. The elite one makes it. He's still alive, but for how much longer? Shock Trapper has basically lost everything now. And it will finally go down. It gets one more kill. Oh my god, that Firehawk must have been an ace because he shot down. I'm kind of stuck in this game. Going elite, but that's going to be the end of the tournament. I'm not sure what Shocktrap was hoping for there. That is the end of the game. I mean, yeah, when you play like that, that was even worse than what I played yesterday. But yeah, when you play like that, you're not going to win a series. And Futurama's just on fire, even though some of what he did was a little bit incohesive himself. Nonetheless, he will take the victory. And look at that, just breaking out. Shocktrap wasn't actually doing too bad until he lost everything in his top fields. And he could have prevented that by making sure his Firehawks were rallied properly because he had some on the deck and some in the air. And the Hammerheads wouldn't have got shot down then. And he had the Sonic Minute Crossfire. And then he sent his Harvesters back in before he cleared the tanks. I'm like, no, you've got no Harvesters now. So that's just kind of the end of the series there. But what do you guys think about that series? Whew. Again, I think this is a lesson for Panda in tournament running. Haphazard. Shock needed AA. Hammerheads on the tanks, man. Look, his Hammerhead play was good, but at the end of the day, he just couldn't defend it properly. I mean, he defended it okay, but it wasn't the air play that was the problem for Shock. It was the fact that he lost all those harvesters at the top, and you need to make sure, like, if the enemy's got Firehawks and you've got Hammerheads and you've got Firehawks, you need to make sure your Firehawks are up in the air and ready to attack, not one on the ground, one on the deck, kind of stuff like that. But, yeah. So it looks like Futurama wins. So Futurama will take the victory. He's won. He won a tournament a little while ago as well. So Futurama just bringing it out. So that's always nice. But nonetheless, a good little stream. Firehawk, ducked and ready. But yeah, I definitely need to get training again. Need to get my eco back. Need to get some of my skill back, or some of my control back. Because yeah, I get in some of those games yesterday, I just felt myself losing control of my forces, and it was just, yeah, it's a bit weird. So yeah, it's something that needs to be kept under wraps. But I will be trying to train more. Bring you some more frontline. I do have some frontline ready, by the way. So, but I'm going to wait till I have enough to field at least a couple of episodes. But yeah, I'm going to call the stream in a minute. And then I'm going to go to bed because it is 2 a.m. again. And I really, really want to go to sleep. But before we do that, we're just gonna we're gonna do a quick revolver run. My name's Gamer. I'm gay. My name's Gamer. Look at me. I'm Ben GZ. I'm so much better than GZ. Oh, where's my caps lock? But yeah, this is the invoice. Oh, welcome to my new multiplayer. Oh, it's so good to be here. It's so good to be on the server and playing Kane's Wrath like I do all the time. Have fun. Remember to be a good sport, guys, and don't disrupt tournaments like they do. This literally hasn't been changed since the server was launched. Where's my band game, or? This is the thing, like, when you're fighting these dudes who are too stupid to know that they've been defeated, like, there's nothing stopping anybody from creating accounts or taking accounts, changing your IP, wiping your details, and getting online, and there's no way they can tell who you are. The only reason they can tell who I am now is because I'm streaming, and of course I haven't changed my IP address, but that's easy fixed. But yeah, if you're ever being threatened with a lifetime ban, don't sweat. You can get back on so easily, and there's no way for them to find out who you are, because I played thousands of games. I have some accounts that have like 400 or 500 games on them that they'll never find, and are just accepted as a new member of the community. Like, it's just too easy. That's why when I jump on these accounts, which obviously they can detect, and to find that occasionally they're still trying to track them down, I'm just like, what are you doing with your life? Because I'm playing Kane's Wrath. You know, it's one of them things. But, I mean, I don't even want to play anything now, so I just came on here to write this. Togepi 123. China! The People's Republic of China. All right, we'll play one game just so they can get pissed off about something. Marked of lame.
Building.
One quick game and then I'll go.
New construction options.
Oh,
Construction complete. Building. New construction options. Building.
The Brotherhood has entrusted me.
Construction complete.
The Brotherhood has entrusted me.
Our wheelless canes awaken.
Construction sold.
I can help. We must get to work.
Our wheelless canes.
Wait, he plays random? Yeah, he did.
Your wishes.
Construction complete. New construction
Wow, this is
options.
quick.
Tiberium is the
I think
answer.
this guy's.
Building captured.
It said China, but I'm starting to
Claiming Bernard. Souls of steel.
think that's not the case.
Yours to command. Command with
Building
souls of
captured.
steel. Awakened
Enemy
online.
units sighted.
Command uplink.
Construction complete.
Protocol.
New construction options. Building. Training. Building offline.
Our wheelless canes.
Our base is under attack. Building online. Structure sold.
Silent devoted. Your wishes.
See if we can
Destination
focus on that.
received. Our wheelless canes. Souls of steel. Harvest. Ready to serve.
Training.
Our wheelless canes of steel.
Construction complete.
Silent devoted.
Low power.
Awakened
Building.
online. The Tiberium will set us free.
Insufficient
Our wheelless
funds.
canes. Awakened on master. Rerouting.
Construction complete.
Your wishes. We serve yours to command. Altering destination.
Construction complete.
Yours to command. We obey. Actively engaged. We cannot fail.
The Empire starts here.
Ready to serve. Awakened online. Souls of steel.
Souls of Steel. That's gonna be annoying.
Devoted. Our wheelless canes. Souls of steel. Master. It is time for a harvest. Tiberium is the
Under
answer.
attack.
Silent.
Ah, I shoot at him. Oh, jeez, that's pretty stupid running that DNA.
This bike's ready. What are we waiting for?
Silent devoted.
Yeah?
The foundation must be true.
This bike's ready.
No, he's got a blue
I'm
too.
ready.
New construction options. Building.
This bike's ready. Yeah? Let's go.
Master. We
Yeah, I'm
obey.
ready. Yeah? Hit it. This bike's ready. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Yours to command.
Yeah, I'm ready.
out.
This bike's ready.
Unit under attack.
What are we waiting for? Go, go! No one's gonna save you now!
Oh, he's got quite a few of them, didn't he?
Easy pickings.
Building.
I'm ready. Yeah? Get rid of them.
Yeah, he
Wasting
does.
time.
Construction complete.
Let's go for a hunt.
Harvester under attack.
I
Building.
like this. Come on, hit it. Got it.
Construction complete.
Let's go for a hunt. Right.
Our base is under attack.
What are we waiting for?
Ah, I got banned.
Come on, go, go. This bike's
Construction
ready.
complete.
What are we
Building.
waiting for?
Training.
Got it. Yeah. Right. Come on. I got him. This bike's ready.
Your wishes.
Got it. Blow him over. This bike's ready.
Unit under attack.
Kill them all. I like this. Wait. This bike's ready.
Training. On hold.
Got it. Come on. We're coming to get you.
Units lost. Construction complete.
Kill them all.
Low power.
Scorpion's ready.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wasting time. Get rid of them.
Construction complete. Building. Structure sold.
The Scorpion's ready. All right. I like this. All right. Hit him and run. Right. No one's gonna save you now.
Construction complete.
I like this.
Souls of steel.
Ready. Got it.
New construction options. Building.
Wasting time. Yeah. Go, go.
Our building has been
Go for a
captured.
hunt.
That's not very nice.
No one's gonna save you now. Hit him and run. Ready. What are we waiting for? Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Let's go for a hunt.
Insufficient funds.
Forward.
How the fuck did he get that building?
Lost. Building. On hold. Cancelled.
The Scorpion's
On
ready.
hold. Cancelled.
Yeah.
Construction
Get ready.
complete.
We are going.
Structure sold. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training.
Come on. Hit it.
Construction complete.
Got it.
New construction options. Training.
Yeah, just fucking
Unit
doing
under
that.
attack.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get out there. Got it.
has entrusted me.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit there, isn't there?
Tank division. Scorpion's ready.
Complete.
Might want to turn around, buddy.
We're ready. Stealth tank cleared for combat.
Building.
Let's go to the quest.
The Scorpion's ready.
On hold.
Scorpion tank
Cancelled.
recede in position.
Construction complete.
We're going.
There's a lot of infantry there.
You will not be overpowered. You're not backing down. Got
Under
it.
attack.
On the move. We got this handled. You're
Construction
not backing
complete.
down. We have them.
Yeah,
Tank
he's got
division.
hammer hands.
What's the plan?
Did I not get two of them? Yeah, I did
We
get
will
two.
not be overpowered. We are going.
Building field completed.
We got this handled. No match for the Scorpion. Forward.
Select target.
We will not be overpowered. We're not backing down.
No, that's
We will not be
unfortunate, isn't it?
overpowered.
Building. Unit under attack.
Scanners around. We have them. No match for the Scorpion.
Construction complete.
Get to work.
Upgrade complete.
No, I can't see
Structure
that, eh?
sold. Building. Structure sold. Construction complete. Building. New construction options. Building.
In position. Forward. Stealth tank.
Construction complete.
Let's gather all we can.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
Alert. Stay at scene.
Construction complete.
ready.
Cannot deploy here.
They
Building.
have no idea. Before they strike back.
Unit under attack.
Stay quiet.
Yeah, he's not that good.
Hiding over. We'll hide there.
Construction complete.
Smooth.
Select target. Structure sold. Building. Training.
Avatar.
Tiberium's power.
Weapons prime. Yes.
We move.
Souls of steel. Ready to serve. Souls of steel.
Keep Keep alert. Gliding over. Stealth emitters ready. Let's wait
Enemy
there.
base sighted. Unit under attack.
Stealth tank cleared for combat.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Forward.
Unit lost.
Stay unseen.
Construction complete.
Stealth emitters ready.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Any scanners around? Lying and waiting. Let's wait there. Stay unseen. Stealth tank.
Construction
Stay
complete.
quiet.
Stealth bank.
Training.
Keep alert. Stealth emitters
Construction
ready.
complete.
Stealth tank.
Oh, did he see them? Yeah, I think he did.
The Brotherhood has
Cannot deploy here.
Stealth tank.
Building.
Let's wait there.
the Brotherhood has
Unit under attack. Construction complete.
Keep alert.
Building. Upgrade complete.
We'll hide there. Settling in. Avatar. Get into position. Stealth tank clear. Settling in. Line
Construction
waiting.
complete. New construction options. Training.
Finish. Hurry. Keep rocking 'em.
No, no, don't get him. No.
Stay quiet.
Get him. Yeah.
Gliding over.
Structure sold. Construction complete.
Stops here.
Structure sold.
Tank division. Receive. Stealth emitters ready.
I'm having a tough time. Oh, that's why. Fuck. I'm sitting there like, I'm fucking putting a shit in.
ready for liftoff.
Unit under attack. Unit lost.
Stealth tank. Get into position.
Venom
We'll
craft ready
hide
for
there.
liftoff.
Enemy base sighted.
The foundation.
Insufficient funds. New construction options.
On patrol.
Our base is under attack. Structure sold.
Venom craft
Construction complete.
keep on firm.
Running smooth.
Scott Marv assembly complete.
They have no idea. Scorpion tank. Stealth tank.
Building.
Sort of need that
They
shine,
have
didn't
no
I?
idea. Let's make this
Under
quick.
attack.
Get into position.
Oh, there's some shit there.
Tiberium's power.
Oh my god.
The Tiberium.
They're stuck as well.
Let's go to the
Oh my god, I'm getting the worst luck.
Looking clear.
Construction
Yep.
complete. New construction options. Building.
Is
Structure
this for
sold.
real? What are they doing?
Venom craft ready for liftoff.
People don't think my game is fucking fucked.
Construction complete. Building.
Stealth emitters ready. Quick before they strike back.
Harvester lost.
Dude, they're still stuck. What the fuck is that going on there?
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Unit under attack.
Yeah, people think my fucking gaming bug. Yeah, fuck that shit. I literally could not unbug my harvest.
Scanners around. We'll hide alert. Gliding over. Stealth tank. Settling in.
Construction complete. Training.
Our tanks are yours.
Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building.
Patrol craft. Check.
Unit under attack.
Tiberium is the answer.
I can't fucking close this game out, can I?
Get into position. Stealth emitters
Oh, I
ready.
can get back there.
Any scanners around?
On hold. Cancelled. Training. Construction complete. Building. Training.
Go ahead. All right. Copy that.
Unit lost.
Keep rocking them. Settling in.
Oh, there's no button.
Unit under attack.
Let's go on a raid. Powered on.
Structure sold. Building. Insufficient
Trained right on them.
funds.
Oh, fuck.
They're not going anywhere.
Oh, that was silly, wasn't it? I fucking threw shit away.
On hold.
Let's gather all
Cancelled.
we can. It's green.
Structure sold. Construction complete.
Let's go on a raid.
Construction complete. Harvester under attack.
Let's go on a raid.
Unit under attack. Building.
No mercy.
Slow.
Let's go on a raid.
Building. Our base is under attack. Training.
Let's go on a raid. Hurry.
Construction complete. Harvester lost.
What's going on back there?
Let's go on a raid.
Oh, shit.
Construction complete. Training. Select target. Officer under attack. Under attack. Cancelled.
Bring him redemption. Hostile.
Hit it!
I gotta leave my fucking redeemer.
Our base is under attack.
Redeemer engaged.
I accidentally caught them in selection.
Structure sold. Training.
How do you like this?
Weapons prime.
Unit under attack.
Venom craft ready for liftoff.
Structure sold. Building. Tiberium field depleted. Structure sold. Building. Structure sold. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building.
Weapons prime.
Unit lost.
Powered on.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here. Training.
Weapons prime.
Unit under attack. Cancelled. Structure sold. Harvester under attack. Structure sold.
Operation. Weapons prime.
Training. Building.
On patrol. Waiting. Forward. Looking clear. Confirmed.
That's a lot of Zorkas.
I got something for him.
Heading there now.
Gun him down.
How's it looking? Copy that.
They won't keep up.
Weapons prime. Looking clear.
Keep it up! Quick! Hit the switch!
Unit under attack. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Cannot deploy here. Harvester under attack.
We're trained right on them.
Training. Harvester lost. Training.
And I am making a mess of this.
Ready for engagement.
Construction complete.
Ready for engagement.
Let's gather all we can.
Oh, you can see those fucking harvests, can't you?
Complete. Cannot deploy here. Unit under attack. Our base is under attack. Harvester
Shooting now.
Avatar. Weapons prime.
training.
Tiberium is power.
Building.
Metacraft ready for liftoff.
Harvester lost.
Operation.
Structure sold.
Weapons prime.
Building.
Ready to go. Hurry!
What is it?
Insufficient funds. Unit under attack.
I'm making a
Construction complete.
fucking mess of this shit, aren't I?
Cannot deploy here.
See anything?
How many harvesters left?
Cancelled.
One.
Our base is under
Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Yep.
construction complete.
Raider here.
Cannot deploy here. Training.
Wow, yeah. Am I really getting that bad? How did I lose this game?
Building.
Can't even get those units.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Structure sold.
Waiting.
Unit lost.
Coordinates set. Copy that.
Flesh is weak. We cannot fail.
Avatar. Go ahead. Gotcha. Tiberium is power.
Unit under attack.
See anything?
I'm not really doing anything, am I? Two cores up here, alright.
It is time.
Our base is under attack. Building. Structure sold. Construction complete. New construction options. Training. Building. Select target. Insufficient funds. Unit under attack.
Oh my god, that's... There is definitely something wrong. I mean, there was a fuck ton of harvester glitching, but still, the fact that I couldn't close that out.
Our base is under attack.
Target.
Construction complete. Unit lost. Cancelled.
Maintaining target focus. Let's go on a raid.
Damn. I mean, like, even with that, even with obviously the endless harvester glitching, I should have still won that game, like, hands down. that's just weird. That engagement, I had everything I needed. I killed his mom instantly, and then from there, I just couldn't kill anything. That's really concerning. Well, that's really concerning. I don't know how I lost that game. I am lost for words. Yeah, no, I thought, and the stealth tank harassed as well, like knocked him down to size a fair bit. I couldn't believe I lost that game. That was crazy. But I am going to bed, guys. I'll catch you on the next stream. And I'll bring some more videos as well. But thanks for watching the stream. We'll catch you all next time.